Okay. Let's see if someone turn up. All right. Hi, everyone. How are you? Welcome to our lesson. Oops. I'm spoiling all the surprises here. All right. How are you, everyone? If you can just type into the chat box how you're feeling, how everything is going. If you had a good day today, where you are. So I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Rosa. I'm a teacher for my English school in Milan, in Fabio Filzi. And we have a lesson today, or a focus activity on world records. So through that, we're going to practice some superlatives as well, which will be fun. So does everybody know what world records are? And can you think of any world records that you know about, or something that you can remember? So I remember when I was a kid, I used to have a book called the Guinness Book of Records. So I remember a really yucky world record, which was the lady with the longest nails, and there was a picture of a lady with very long nails, fingernails, and I remember it was very disgusting, but it stayed in my memory. So do you guys know any world records? Can you think of any? All right, just please type it in the chat box if you can. I'm not getting any answers. So in the meantime, oops. All right, so today we're going to look at world records, and we're going to have a quiz. We will talk about world records, and we will use superlatives. So superlatives, can anyone tell me how do we make superlatives? What happens with the superlative? Can anyone remember? And if someone could please type it into the chat box, that would be great. Ah, okay, sorry, I was on the wrong, oops. All right, hi, hello everyone. Sorry, I was on the wrong chat box, how silly. All right, here we go, hi. Ooh, Eliana, you remember the ugly nails. Yes, that one's very yucky, it's very disgusting. It's all right. Chiara remembers that. Okay, Erika and Chiara are saying how we make our superlatives. So we're supposed to add est. Very good, with the short adjective. That's correct, Chiara. All right, so as Erika gives us an example here. For example, short is an adjective, and with the superlative, it becomes shortest. Exactly, Mariam, as you say as well. Short adjective, the est. The is correct. That's very important, because if it's a superlative, we need the article, because we need to say it is the est of something, yeah, of a series. Okay. Here, Okay, here we have Erika and Mariam saying long the most. So here what they mean is if you have a long adjective, you put then at the adjective. Can you think of an example of that, guys? Can you think of a long adjective where we have to put the most instead of adding est at the end of the adjective? Okay. And can anyone here remember any other world records as well? So everybody remembers the long nails because it's disgusting. Can you remember any other ones? I remember. There was a picture of a lady. Yes, very good, guys. Okay, so here are some answers coming in with long adjective. The most expensive, very good. The most interesting, nice, Erika. The most important, well done, Iliana. The most expensive, yes. The most beautiful, nice. Chiara says, the woman with the longest hair, correct. That's okay, Corti, no problem. I saw there was a typo. All right. Very good. So the one I was remembering now is the lady with the smallest waist. So the waist is this part of your body, right? So she looked like a sort of hourglass shape. She had a very small waist. I remember that one was impressive as well. Patrick says the tallest. Yes, another good example. All right, guys, well done. So some really, really good examples. Take a look over here. All right, so we have a slide here which says, who is the richest person in the world? Where was the largest pizza made? What is the biggest country in the world by land mass? And which language is most by people or is spoken by most people? So, if you have any questions on the vocabulary, please write it down. Chiara, here you're asking me where may you write it? I'm not sure what you mean. If you could tell me what you want me to write down, then I'll be happy to help you. So here we have the richest person, so the person with the most money. Guys, think about the answers and type them in the chat box if you can, please. Let's see if we have some winners here. So, where was the world's largest pizza made? Tricky. Is it Italy or else? We don't know. And then it is by land mass. So by land mass means by land. Okay, yes, here we have Eliana asking. Okay. All right, so Eliana is asking land mass. Land mass means the land, so that is not on water, so not an island. So we're not talking about Australia, okay? We're talking about a country which is made by land. And Kiana is asking me, can you spell waste? Yes, your waste here in the chat box. I've written it down for you. Patrick Conti with an answer here reckons Jeff Bezos is the richest person in the world. Marion thinks it's Bill Gates. All right. What about the other ones? So the largest pizza, where was that made? Largest pizza, then we have biggest country made of land. And then number 4 is which language is spoken the most by people? Okay, Eliana here for the pizza is saying Naples. Mariangela also says Jeff Bezos is the richest person. Okay, Chiara is answering the pizza question with maybe Naples. Okay. And what about the biggest country and the most spoken language, guys? Can you think of an answer? Another person for Naples, Mariangela. The largest pizza was probably made in Naples. Okay. Was probably made. I would switch those over actually. Okay. All right, Eliana for the language. I think it's Spanish. Yes, correct spelling of Spanish. Well done. Okay, it could be Spanish, yes. Okay, Mariangela says it's Chinese. Interesting. Some good ideas here. Okay, so if you want to keep answering, please do. I'll give you another 30 seconds to type in your answers, and then I'm going to reveal the answer. Okay, so we have for the richest person, we had Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos. For the pizza, we only guessing Naples. Everybody was saying Naples. Then the biggest country, The biggest country, any ideas for that? And then we were talking about the language, so we had Chinese, Spanish. Okay. Okay, so no more answers coming in. Let's reveal then. So we have, indeed, Jeff Bezos is the most rich person. So he's the richest person in the world. Then we had the largest pizza. Was it made in Naples? It was not. It was made in South Africa. Mariam, is that the answer for the biggest country? Let's see. The biggest country is Russia. And the language that is spoken by most people is Mandarin Chinese. Very good. So I can't remember who was saying, Mariangela. You were correct with that. All right, Chiara. Yes, some interesting world records here. Okay, so guys, do you have any questions about this? Is it all clear? If you do, please type into the chat box and I'll be happy to answer you. Now, if anybody knows pounds to kilos, I'm not sure, but I think it's maybe about 13 kilos, 26 pounds. So I'm talking about the pizza, yeah? 13 kilos of pizza made in South Africa. So we didn't guess the pizza one, but mostly the other one was good. All right, guys. So talking about world records, we have to match. Mariam says, but country don't mean like America, Asia, Europe. No, Mariam, those are called continents. So those are continents, and then countries are what a continent is made of. So Europe is a continent, and then the countries in Europe are Italy, France, Spain, etc. Chiara is asking, can the biggest landmass be Russia without two? Is correct this question? Can the biggest landmass be Russia? Without the two would be correct, Chiara. Is that your question? I'm not entirely sure I understand the question. If you could please explain a little more, that would be great. Okay, so we have here some adjectives. We have to match the superlatives with the nouns. So we have on one side richest, biggest, most widely spoken, most dangerous, largest, longest, highest, and most expensive. On the opposite side, we have city, person, language, country, book, car, building, and tree. So, take a look at the words and try to match the superlative to its noun. We'll do number one together. So if I'm talking about the richest, okay, richest city, it could be, in this case, the richest person. Very good, Mariam. So you have the richest person. If you have any questions on the vocabulary, please type it into the chat box, okay? So number three, most widely spoken means something. I was almost giving you the answer there. All right, so most widely spoken is talking about what we speak something, right? Most widely spoken means that exactly, Eloisa. The most widely spoken language means that is most countries in the world. Okay, we have some answers coming in. We have biggest. So Mariangela says biggest D, which is biggest country. Okay, that could work. Let's see. So biggest country, Mariangela, correct. Very good. Most widely spoken, as Eliana says, language. So we saw before the most widely, or the language spoken by most people is Mandarin. So the most widely spoken language is the language that is spoken by the most amount of people or countries. Then we have the most dangerous. Yes, Chiara, biggest most dangerous. What's your opinion on the most dangerous? Is it city, book, car, building, tree? Yes, Mariangela, indeed. The most dangerous city. Okay, largest. Okay, so Patrick, you're saying car. Is that referred to which word are you combining it to? If you could put both answers, that would help me a lot. Thank you. Mariam, yes, saying 4A. So we've got most dangerous city. We have largest. highest and most expensive. So, what is the difference between high and long? They're both measurements. So, high is, well, when we talk about height, so it could talk about a high person or a high. Maybe you can look at the picture. There's a pretty high tree, for example. Okay, here we have Mariangela saying 6E. So the longest book. That could work. So a book with many pages could be a very long book. Nice. All right, for large, we have the world record for the largest tree. So in this case, it's not a high tree or a tall tree. It's a large tree. So big in every way, width and height. Here, Chiara, you were saying 5F, so largest car. Bah, why not? Okay, the longest book. So Mariangela, correct. Yes, the longest book. So a lot of pages. Then we have the highest. So number 7. Will it be the highest car or the highest building? Most expensive car or most expensive building? Waiting for, let's see if someone can answer me. All right, Mariam is saying G for, I imagine, highest building, yes. And Eloisa is saying car, so the most expensive car. Okay, Erika, expensive building. Again, in this case, this is the matching that the lesson has chosen for us, but why not? It could be the most expensive building. There is probably a very expensive or the most expensive building out there in the world somewhere. Yes, Erika, it was. So the most expensive car. All right, guys. I hope it's all clear. Do you have any questions for me? If you do, please type it in the chat box. I'll be happy to help and answer you. Okay, I'm going to move on now. Okay, you're gonna have to excuse me for a second. So we're supposed to watch a video, but I'm not really sure how to share a video on this platform yet. So I've written a that I will read to you. I will explain. We will answer questions. The text is about the world's fastest woman. So I'm just going to stop sharing this screen for a second and change to the other. Voila. Can everybody see the new text? Okay, sorry, just let me. Okay, can you see the text by Julia Fletcher? I hope so. Okay, so let's read the text and then we'll try and answer the question. So, running in high heels has the potential of leaving you with a broken shoe. However, a woman in Germany has avoided and broken a world record instead. Julia Pretcher from Rockesdorf ran 100 meters in 14.531 seconds, wearing shiny golden heels. She has raced into the Guinness World Records and has been included in its 2014 book. Julia has a history of running in heels. She took part in a stiletto race in Berlin back in 2009, and despite the rule being a 7-centimeter heel, she chose an 8.5-centimeter one. She ended up winning the race. Julia has previously said the key not to falling over is unsurprisingly now how the shoe is made. There's a typing error here, sorry. How the shoe is made. You need shoes which ideally are closed at the front because you run on the front part of the foot. You have to be careful not to slip out. Those would not be appropriate, Fletcher said. And this is a report by Ashley Fudge. Okay, any questions on the vocabulary, guys? Please type it in. So, this woman beat a world record for the 100-meter race, and she ran the 100 meters in about 14 seconds, wearing shiny golden heels. Now, shiny means sparkly, yes, sbrilluccicanti. Shiny golden heels, so gold color heels. Heels are like the picture of the shoes on the top part of the document. Are these are high heels, so the shoes that women wear, which are tall like this. These are heels. Oh, sorry. Okay, I have a question from Chiara. Unsurprisingly means without surprise. So unsurprisingly, without surprise. The last part of the text, yes, let me just pull it up a second. Can you see it now? The last part is just something added. We did it for our students. There's on the video. Can you see it now, Ileana? I'm not sure what you mean by there's a match on the video. Okay, any other questions on the vocabulary, guys? If not, we'll go back to our... All right, great. We'll go back to our slideshow and try to answer the questions, okay? So, again, just a second. Application. Okay, got it. All right, so what world record did she beat? What world record did Julia beat? Can anybody remember? And how far did she run? What was her record time? The minimum height for the heels? And how high were her heels? And did she win the race? So unthinkable means it's very difficult to even imagine. Difficult to imagine. Difficult to imagine. Okay, so if I can think about something, good. Unthinkable is something completely crazy that's very even difficult to imagine, to think of. All right, great. Mariangela says heels running. All right, guys, when you're answering the questions, if you could put the little number next to it would be great. So, all right, Chiara with number 1. Julia, we don't need the article there, but Julia's world record was run with the heels. Yes, so she did a run with heels. Very good. And how far? What was the distance? Aha, Mariangela, very good. The heels were 8.5 centimeters. Very good. Thank you, Mariam. Number 2, 100 meters run. Exactly. Very good. And what was, can anybody remember? So, the height of her shoes was 8.5 centimeters. What was the minimum requirement? Do you remember? And can anybody remember if she won the race or not? Okay. Chiara, minimum height was a different measurement. So, Eloisa, very good. 14.5 seconds. Well done. So, Chiara, 8.5 was the size of her heels. What was the minimum requirement? It was a little bit smaller than 8.5. Yes, very good. Wow, super good memory. Well done. Yeah. All right. Very good, Mariangela. Minimum requirement was 7 centimeters. Fantastic. Well done, guys. Good memories. So, do you remember? Yeah, it was. Do you remember if she won the race at all or not? Did she win the race? Did she win the race? I have 1 more minute to think about it and then we'll move on. Okay, so did she win the race? We're not sure. Anyone you remember if she won? If she's the world's fastest woman, then she probably did. All right, not getting answers here. Maybe in a second. All right, guys. So, let me know if you have any questions. Type them down. And we'll move on to the next slide then. So, did she win the race? Yes, she did. Okay, so in these sentences, Mariangela, I said, did she win the race? So it was the last question at the bottom. Did she win? So she did. She won the race. Even if she had higher heels, and even just running in heels, I don't know how she did it. I can barely walk in heels, let alone run. Okay, so it asks us here to try and guess the superlative. So these are some sentences to complete with the superlative that we think is most appropriate. So I'll read them, explain, and in the meantime, if you can think of some examples to fill the gaps and type them in, that would be amazing. So number one, the shoes they had were $200. This is the car I've ever driven. He's got the temper. He's so impatient. That's the I've ever seen her. She's the most positive person I know. That must be the hamburger ever. That's the cell phone on the market. This is the weather we've had in a while. There's a typo there. At while should be, there should be a space between at while. All right, and number 9, my friend is coming to town. I'm so excited. All right, we have some answers coming. Yes, for number 1, thank you for putting the number, guys. So Chiara says, number 1, the most expensive shoes. Okay, that could work. Maybe it was so these could go either way. Superlative in one way or superlative in the other. So it could be very, very expensive, or what is the opposite of expensive? Can anybody remember? So the shop could have been a luxury shop or not so much. Everybody's going with the most expensive shoe dollars. Could fill that with something else. Yes, Chiara, cheap. So it could be the is it the most cheapest, Eloisa? What is the superlative of cheap, guys? The cheapest, yes, Erika. So the cheapest shoes they had were $200. It could be. Number 2, we have for okay, Erika was saying the fastest car I've ever driven. All right. Ooh, Chiara, I like it. Number 2, the most comfortable car I've ever driven. Be careful because comfortable is spelled with an M. Comfortable. Okay, so let's see. Cheapest. So it could be the fastest car, or again, it could be the opposite. It could be all right. Giorgio is saying more. Giorgio, try please to type the number of your answer because I'm not sure what question you're looking at, which sentence. Are you talking about the smartphone? And also be careful because we're doing yeah, not comparatives. So smartest, the smartest. Okay, so What about temper? So impatient. Impatient, what does it mean, guys? I have zero patience, it means. It means I get angry very easily. Okay, Eloisa for number 2. The slowest, maybe you're thinking of, yes? I imagine that's a typing error. Slowest car I've ever driven. Yes, it could be. Well done. Ooh, nice, Chiara. I like this. So it says, number 3, he's got the most lunatic temper. He's so impatient. Very good. I like it. Well done. And it's a long adjective, so we would put most there. Okay, Eloisa, yes, the slowest car. Very good. What about number 4? That's the I've ever seen her. So this one may be a little bit tricky. So we're talking about feelings here, emotions. So it could be that's the angriest I've ever seen her, the happiest I've ever seen her. What is your suggestion? What is your opinion, guys? And number 5, she's the most positive person I know. So someone's very positive, it means they're generally quite la 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 la. All right, that must be the hamburger ever. Hamburger. Now, if we're talking about hamburgers, what adjectives can we describe a hamburger with? A nice. Okay, here, yes, Chiara, you have for number 4. That's the saddest I've ever seen her. Yeah, that could work. Erika goes the opposite way. She says it's the happiest I've ever seen her. It could be anyone, these we have to guess these. So it's up to us how we want to complete these sentences, really. Okay. What about for the hamburger? Who? Hi, Francesco. Welcome. I'm good. How are you? We're doing superlatives today, okay? So we're trying to complete these sentences. Okay, number 6. Mariangela said, biggest hamburger ever. That could be good. Yeah? That was the biggest hamburger, like this. Biggest hamburger. Nice. All right. So then we have and says that's the cell phone on the market. So, Giorgio, yes, the biggest you're thinking of the hamburger, maybe. Giorgio, please tell me the number so that I know which question you're referring to. All right, Mariam as well. Worst, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about the worst hamburger, the worst? But worst is a good, irregular superlative. So good job. Okay. Chiara says number 5. She's the funniest, most positive person I know. Yes, that could work. Very good. That's a good example. Giorgio said that was the most delicious. That's definitely the hamburger we're talking about. The most delicious hamburger. Nice. Mariangela for number 7. The thinnest cell phone. It could be. All right, so let's take a look at the answers that she says the cheapest shoes, the slowest car, quick temper. Now, I don't agree with this sentence very much because quick temper is not something that we usually say very much. So the most lunatic, I'm going to take that answer because I really like this. So she's got the most lunatic temper. Okay, then we have, that's the angriest I've ever seen her, but the happiest would have been good, the saddest would have been good. Okay, that's the happiest, so she's the happiest, most positive person I know. And we have, that must be the fattest hamburger ever. Now, again, we can use it, but I wouldn't necessarily describe a hamburger as fat. I would say juicy or big, but fat, I've never heard of that. So anyway, this is what they've given us as an answer. My personal opinion is I probably wouldn't use fat, but if you want to use fat, if that's what they want to say, then I guess we will accept it. All right, so then it says that is the thinnest. Yes, but Eloisa, of course, it could have been the most expensive. They're all good. Then we have Erika says, this is the worst weather we've had in a while. Very good. So, worse, spelled like this, Erika, is for the comparative. So you have bad, worse, and then worst for the superlative. Okay? Worst is when you do the comparative, and worst is with this ST is when you have the superlative. All right, and then the last says, my best friend is coming to town. I'm so excited. All right, so your best friend, again, best, no problem, Erika. So the best is an irregular superlative of good. Okay, so here I only have a couple of minutes, so I'm just going to show you quickly. We have some irregular adjectives here. So good, the superlative is best. For far, the superlative is, I'll let you type the answer. For bad, the superlative is for little and for much. So, very good, Giorgio. Best. Okay, Erika. Erika says further. Okay, actually, Francesco, yes, farthest. Very good. Okay, further, yes, farthest. So here it is, the farthest. Louisa says bad, so the worst. Very good, the worst. Then we have little. Who knows little? Much. Little and much. Two missing. Mario, yes, the worst, exactly. We're missing little and much as the, yes, Chiara and Francesco, very good, is least. And, okay, smallest, good. All right, so Giorgio, little is least. The superlative of the word small, smallest. Okay, so be careful not to confuse the two. All right, and what about much? Only one to go. The superlative of much is the... Go on, guys, you can do it. The most. Okay, Louisa, with the correct answer. The most. Correct. Okay, guys, well done, everyone. Thank you very much for your time. I'm sorry I didn't I didn't really time myself very well, so I have to end. I hope it was helpful. I hope you have a good evening and a good week. If you have any last questions, I'll box open. Thank you for participating and being such a great crowd. I'll see you next time, and good evening. Bye. Bye, Giorgio. See you. Thank you. Thank you, Mariangela. Ciao. Ciao, Mariam. Bye-bye. See you, Giorgio. Goodbye. See you soon. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Okay, bye. Thank you, Erika.